have my first daughter. When I saw my daughter for the first time, I kissed her 10 fingertips and I nuzzled her 10 toes. I traced the lines on the palm of her hand so as her journey twists and turns, I would already be aware of what she would feel along the way. I kissed each of her eyelids so that when she observed the world for herself, she'd look upon it with love. And I clutched her to my chest so she could hear God vibrate the promise of protection through every beat of my heart. My daughter is divinely created. She is masterly crafted, and she was born with the gift of enlightenment. Soft, dark curls frame the precious face of everything good and everything perfect in becoming a human being. Strange to some who witnessed, but oh so natural to me, I began to ask her lots of questions, talking to her as the old friend I recognized her to be. Knowing that in that moment she knew more about God, more about joy, more about love than I could spend a lifetime trying to teach. And she promised answers with her eye contact. So I pressed 2 fingers to her chest and awaited the response of the Creator through his newest wondress. God has not forgotten, Mama. And I so clearly recognize you. You're more than what you think you are. So much more than what you think you are. I don't love you for what you just did, no. I love you for what you've always been. And I cried. Tears cascading from my face to her face, down the mountains of my cheeks and over the hills of her cheeks, as I cooed to her in rhythm to the music we were making. Agreeing and understanding that this little frame she had just inhabited was not a beginning nor an end to her, but just a physical extension of more fun to come. And in those first few sweet moments, we lived infinitely in a universe only we populated, just her and I, telepathically reminiscing of moments, days, centuries, eternities, sweet times gone by. Times where she was my sister, or even my mama and gave birth to me. Or even more serene times where we weren't even trapped in this time-space reality. Co-creating is what we do. I knew her energy as well as I recognized my own. And I took pride in recognizing I was to be her home away from home. And as I held her, just for a moment, I floated away and remembered the sweet moments I spent with my own mama in that way. Wrapped tight in her arms, eyes closed, hair all sprawled over our heads, as we laughed about things only her and I could understand. And when I look back down at my baby, to say my breath was taken away is an understatement. I saw the very essence of my mama staring right back up at me. It's as if she knew exactly where I had floated to, and she knew exactly what I needed to see. That even though she wasn't beside me watching this moment, she was clearly still here watching me. And I just cradled my daughter closer to me, and she reached deliberately for my face. Those tiny 10 fingertips brushed across my lips, and I felt my mama's embrace. And at that moment, nothing else mattered. I finally recognized what I was. I wasn't just a new mother, a daughter, just a woman. I was a physical instrument for God to prosper in his love. When I first saw my daughter, I kissed her 10 fingers and I nuzzled her 10 toes. I recognized what God made me to be and put down my worldly sorrows. So recognizing life as being more than what it appears to be, through my baby girl and through myself, unchanging joy, infinite expansion, unconditional love, live endlessly. Thank you.